welcome to Blending today. Today's February 23rd, and it's Unit 3, Week 6, which is review, and that means we're going to learn everything that we're going to relearn, practice everything that we learned in Unit 3, all of our long vowels, the soft C, the soft J, and that that we worked on last week. So let's do high-frequency words. Of course, if you know the word, say it, and make sure you're participating and practicing. That's what our review week is all about. Next week, we're going to have a whole new group of high-frequency words. Why, away, pretty, should, upon, so, girl, boy, done, work, soon, by, people, old, any, from, together, grow, now, today, some, way, green, water, once, happy, how, ago, every, after. Wonderful, thank you. Okay, first word is going to be words that have to do with that long A sound. So remember, long A is the middle sound that you hear in the word train, a, train, and long A says its name in the alphabet. So when you hear the long A sound, you just hear the letter A. You don't hear A, that's the short A. You just hear the letter A. Okay. So of course, make sure you're focused, paying attention, all that good stuff. Okay, first word, shakes. Your turn. Sh, A, x, shakes. So it sounds like the word shakes has an X at the end, but it is not an X. Let's find out. So the word shakes, we hear that sh at the beginning. SH says sh. And the long A spelling that we're working on, A blank E. In fact, all of our long vowels are A or I or E, blank E. So remember, E is that vowel buddy, in this case it's A, that tells the A, don't say ah, now you gotta say long A. So, sh, A. K says ka, sh, ache, shake. Alright, so this word, shake, can actually be a noun or a verb. If it's going to be a verb, it's like you're shaking something. If it's going to be a noun, it's like a milkshake. That's the only way that it could be a noun, if it was milkshake. Or, oh, I'm going to go get some shakes. Oh, wait, that was the word. So that means it has to have an S at the end. Sh, aches, shakes. So this could be like we're getting shakes for our whole family. We're getting milkshakes for the whole family. Or he shakes the door. Okay, next word. Wave. Your turn. Wa. A. V. Wave. W says wa. A blank E. Long A. Wa. A. V says v. Wa. Ave. Wave. Excellent. Next word. Fudge. Your turn. Ja. Fudge. Fudge. So this word actually uses that soft G. F says U says It's not U blank E, so that U just says the short sound And D-G-E, if you see D-G-E at the end of the word, it makes that J sound. So that's the soft G. J. Fudge. Excellent. So the next couple words are going to be short, or long I, my bad, which is the 5 card. So when you say the word 5, you hear the letter I in the middle, which is the long sound. All right. First word. 5. Your turn. I. 5. F says I blank E. Notice how the middle sound in the word five is I. That's I blank E. In this word, the blank is V. I. V. Five. I've. Five. Excellent. Okay, and wines. Your turn. Wa. I. N's. Wines. Now, in the beginning of the word wines, we hear that digraph. W-H. Wa. Wa. You don't hear waha. You just hear wa. So these two, it's one of those digraphs you just have to know that when those two letters are together, that's what they say. Because you can't go waha. I blanky, long I, wa, I. And says n, wa, I'm, wines. Like, oh. So the word wines, she whines because she can't have what she wants. So, wa, Ines, wines, wines. Next word, we're going to do a couple of those soft C, which means it's going to have a C, which sounds like an S. That's exactly what the soft C says. Okay, first word, space. Your turn. Spa. A. S. Space. So the word space actually has a S blend at the beginning. Spa. Put them together. Spa. And then it has a blank E, that long A sound. And C, soft C, says spa, a, space. Next word, nice. Your turn. I, s, nice. So this word nice has this soft C, or the soft C in it, beginning sound And then it also has the long I blank E, like the 5 card that we just did. I. I. Soft C, making the S sound. S. Ice. Nice. And next word is going to have that hard, soft G, which says ja, and that's spelled with G-E, or D-G-E. In the word fudge, D-G-E, that ja, only comes at the end. So you won't ever see D-G-E at the beginning of words. You'll only see it at the end. So next word, gem. Your turn. Ja. Gem. Gem. Notice how the word gem, is just a short E, not a long E. In this word, it does not have a body. Ja. M says ja. Gem. So gem is like a pretty rock type thing. All right, so next word, going to use that long E, E blank E, so like the tree card. When you say tree, you hear just the letter E. Eve, your turn. E, Eve. So this word Eve, it only has 2 sounds. It has long E, E blank E, and that's the long E sound. Eve is a name, so we would capitalize it. V says V, Eve. So this isn't EV, okay, because if it was EV, it would have another letter in there, because the E blank E makes 1 sound. It makes E. Eve. And it's not necessarily a name that you hear very often, but it is a name. All right, next word is going to use that long O sound, like the middle sound you hear in boat, ba-o. You just hear the letter O, you don't hear the sound, aw. All right, drove. Your turn. Der, O, v, drove. So this word has a beginning blend, D-R, da-er. And just like all of the vowels that we've been working on, long O is O blanky. That's the one we're working on. Der-o. Unit 4, which we're going to start next week, we're going to learn more ways to spell long O. Der-o, drove. Next word, we're going to do some of that sound, like the book card that we used last week. So, in the middle of the word book, we hear, it's two O's, and we hear So when you say book, when you say the middle sound, you hear it right in your chest. So, book, and that's two O's. So, the word is pull. Your turn. Ul. Pull. Pull. Now you can also spell the sound with a U. And in this word pull, you hear that U in your chest. When you say it, you feel it in your chest. Two L's, we just double up on the sound. Pull. Pull. And last word, hood. Your turn. Da. Hood. Like the hood of your jacket. H says and then two O's, and D says da, hood. So if you try to sound this out with short O's, because we know that O would have to have its buddy in order to be long O. Da. That doesn't sound like a word that I know. So I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to try it with a sound. Hood. Plus, if it were short O, you would not see two short O's together. All right, so let's do a sentence. High frequency word can, capital C, beginning of a sentence. P says pa, and it's a capital P, so we already know it's going to be a noun. It's going to be a person. E blanky, like the tree card, we hear that letter E, means it's a long sound. T says cha, pa, eat, Pete. Can Pete U blanky, like the cube card, when we say that U, we just hear the letter U. We don't hear S says s, use. So this word is a high frequency word, and now that we have U blanky as a sound that we have learned, you might have it in your back pocket, you just know it, then you can sound this word out when you see it, in case you don't know it when you first see it. You can sound it out. Can Pete use high frequency word this? So again, we learned that we can sound out this word because TH says I says I, S says s, is, this. Can Pete use this? PH is going to make that F sound, and that's one of those digraphs that you can't sound it out letter by letter. It just doesn't work. You just have to know that P and H together makes the f sound. So PH says O blanky, like the boat card. O has his buddy E, so that tells him, no, you don't say ah. Now you have to say the long sound O. O. And says own, phone. All right, let's read our sentence. Can Pete use this phone? Your turn. All right, lovely. So, of course, we need punctuation. So, I want you to jump in the air if you think it's going to be an exclamation point. All right, thank you. I want you to jump in the air if you think it's going to be a period. Okay? And I want you to jump super high in the air with your hands up if you think it's going to be a question mark. Ooh, nice, awesome jump in there. Yes, it is going to be a question mark. Because this is a question. It has an answer. Can Pete use this phone? Yeah, sure. He can go ahead and use his phone to call his mom or whatever. Or, that could be a possible answer for it. Or, No, he can't use the phone right now. I'm on the phone, so he'll have to wait. All right. So let's do some nouns and some verbs. So we already talked about how Pete is a person, so automatically we know it's a noun. And what else can we touch in this sentence? Phone. Phone. It's something that hopefully Pete is going to touch because he wants to use it. Okay. And now I need a verb. Use is the verb. And we talk about how the noun does the verb. It's the action that the noun is doing. So in this sentence, can Pete use this phone? Pete is going to use the phone. That's what Pete is doing. So Pete is the one doing the verb. He's doing that action. Now you can ask another question. What is Pete going to use? He's going to use the phone. All right, excellent. Thank you so much for your focus and participation. We'll see you later.